Hello comic book people! The Mighty Thor issue number 1 from Marvel Comics just recently came out. This was written by Jason Aaron and it was illustrated by Russell Dauter. Marvel and DC loves to restart their series. It's just something they do as some sort of gimmick to try to get in new readers or to get old readers to be reinvigorated to read the series again. Jane Foster is the new Thor. The old Thor, he's somewhat called Odinson by a lot of his peers and his family and all of the other Asgardians. He's missing. But Jane Foster proved herself to be worthy to lift the Mjolnir, so she now possesses the power of Thor. She is the Thor. This first issue does a really good job of explaining to new readers that Jane Foster has the ability to lift up the Mjolnir, become Thor, and become one of the mightiest superheroes in all of the Marvel Universe. Unfortunately, her human side, Dr. Jane Foster herself, is dying from breast cancer, which is complicated even more because she turns into Thor, and when she goes through chemotherapy, the Thor abilities and powers that go through her washes out all of the chemotherapy that she's gone through. Her human side is very weak and dying, so when the Thor power comes into her, taking out all of the toxic chemicals is trying to get rid of her cancer. Unfortunately, that always sets her back. Becoming Thor, unfortunately, doesn't take the cancer away from her itself because the cancer is a part of her body. It's a pretty sad story. She's such a powerful character, but she's still weakened by something that's very human. And Marvel Comics isn't shy about killing off characters that have cancer. The original Captain Marvel died from cancer several decades ago, and he's remained dead. The story itself is centering around a story that could possibly have different realms, different planets going to war with each other. The Dark Elves appear to be the villains in this, but they could also be just being manipulated by a larger power. The evil corporation of Roxxon, or Roxxon, I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce it, they're involved in this. If you don't know who they are, this is an organization that's been appearing in individual Avenger titles and in the Avengers themselves. There's also a Dark Council of different members from different species that are joining together too. Also, since Dr. Jane Foster picked up the Mjolnir and has become Thor, Odin didn't take it too well. In fact, he's taken it to the point where he wants to arrest her and probably kill her. He hasn't made an appearance in some time, and some are suspecting something else may be going on behind the scenes, but that's probably going to be a subplot that's going to be explained later on. This first issue really does ring you in, and it does have a surprise villain. Somewhat of a surprise, even though I think all of us knew this was going to be happening at some point later on down the line. But I'm really hoping they're just trying to lead us down one trail when in actuality something else completely different is going to be coming out. Otherwise, it would be too predictable that this new villain is going to be the big bad, or it's going to be a future big bad. Really good first issue, really interested in the series, really liking Thor. I really like the character of Jane Foster. It's someone that's much more immortal, someone that we've never really seen take up the role of Thor in the past, so it's something I'm happy about. So I will definitely be continuing on reading this series, and I'm going to be very interested to find out how this is going to be playing out with the new villain that was introduced at the end of this issue, who I'm trying to be very subtle about so I don't give it away in case anyone out there hasn't figured it out yet. This is a Marvel Comics title, so it's available just about anywhere. I think it's a good read, and you may actually enjoy it too. But that's it for now. Thank you guys for joining me in this comic book review, and I'll join you in the one very soon. Peace.